Hey, what the fuckstables?
What's up?
All right, listen. This is the Bill Burr What the Fuck 10-minute podcast.
Bill's not present, though.
Bill's always present. Get over here. Get over here. Get on the mic, Bill. Get on the mic. All right, it's a Monday morning podcast.
Dude, I don't know.
Start the Monday morning podcast.
Welcome, morning podcast, 10 minute. What is it?
I guess
For the lady.
All right, you're too drunk to do a good Bill Burr.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
All right,
oh,
so-
Jesus.
We were talking about
now
the
we're
theme.
back to Claire from her Mind Altered podcast. Claire?
Right, mindalteredmedia.com.
Yep.
Yeah, so we were talking about the theme just a moment ago, and it was dark stories. So I have a question for you, Doug.
Yeah.
How did you lose your virginity?
How did I?
Yeah.
Well, it's in the book.
Oh, is
Oh,
that?
shit. Hang on. Uh-oh.
Is it a bingo?
Bingo's on the podcast. You're on the podcast.
Oh, God damn it. I was calling you podcasting. Okay, call me back.
Well, don't say hi to people.
Hi, people.
Hi, bingo.
The question was, how did I lose my virginity? And it's a great way to plug my book. So I'll call you back.
Okay.
How did you lose your virginity?
How?
Yeah.
With a penis and a vagina.
Great
With
story.
a penis in my
Great
vagina.
story.
Close strong. Drop the mic. Thank you, Bingo. Call you back.
Bingo Bingaman, everybody.
It's perfect.
She's getting better at those jokes.
It's in my book. I lost my virginity twice.
Twice.
Well, I
How's that happen?
fucked a girl. I had to change her name like everyone else's name in the book when I was 9, named Nora, and she's a different name in the book.
Okay.
But we only, it was pre-cum era. You couldn't cum. We just knew this is something you could do and you're not supposed to, like egging cars. So we
How old were you?
fucked. I was
9.
9. Yes. I always told this story like I was 11, but then when I started doing research for the book, I go, oh, no, that we moved to Paxton in 76, and that was before Paxton when I was at Tatnick Center School. I was 9. I was born in 67.
You blocked it out. That's what happened. You blocked
I
it out
didn't
for a
block
couple
it
of
out.
years.
The rest of it's in the book, and then I ran into her years later, and it's a very funny story.
He said
Okay.
no
But thank-
repeatedly.
I can't wait to read
First
that.
of all, that's- why
it's
would-
on my wish list on Amazon, by the way. It is. I'm
Why would losing my virginity be a dark story?
I mean, I feel like
Well-
at 9 years old, that's pretty dark. No?
Maybe she
Well,
was
you
thinking
didn't know
about
that. till-
Yeah.
She was thinking about for the girl.
What,
There you go.
what is your dark story about losing your virginity? Because this is one of those leading
It's not
questions.
dark.
Like when someone says, "What's your worst Greek vacation you ever had?" Mine was the time I was raped in Ibiza. You asked
it's
the
pronounced
question,
Ibiza.
having your own stupid story at the ready.
It's pronounced Ibiza. I
Snap.
practically scheduled the losing
She
of
blasted
my
you.
virginity.
All right, you
I
scheduled.
it.
Hang on.
It was Martin
First-
Luther King Day. I was
Hold on, I've
16.
never done this before, but I'm going to beatbox behind you while you tell this story.
I was just about to say that the reason it's not even the music on their podcast that you can't hear them. You don't project.
I don't. Okay.
All right.
I'm a
But-
quiet talker. I can't help
All right.
it.
So your virginity.
I scheduled it.
Let's do this
It was-
Terry Gross style.
Oh, I love that. Oh, yeah. Great.
All
Let's
things
get in
considered
deep.
with Terry Gross.
Or Diane Rehm. I'm Diane Rehm right here.
I love her show when she's not hosting it.
Oh,
like,
my
I
God.
love her show when someone else is hosting it. And I feel so bad because she can't help it.
I
She
felt
can't help
bad,
it.
but sometimes I get in such a bad mood that I've actually tweeted NPR going, "This woman is a dead person and you're exploiting her. Stop that fucking horrific."
She needs a translator almost.
Oh my god!
You know, like just transcribe it and then have someone else say it.
First of all, let's get to your virginity story. So
We covered it. I scheduled it. It was Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I had that Monday off of school. The kid lived in my neighborhood.
you were.
I
fat
walked to his
back
house.
Then when
We watched Alice in Wonderland, and that was that.
That's not having sex. Watching
No.
a movie.
Yeah.
wait, you had sex during Alice in
Alice in
Wonderland?
Wonderland.
Oh,
Yeah.
How old were you?
How hard did you
16.
come?
I did not at all. It was like the first time you smoke weed. You know, you never get high the first time you smoke weed.
No, I got high as shit to the point I vomited.
yeah, I threw
I
up
was
everywhere.
clinging onto the earth.
I didn't get high the first time I smoked weed.
I had a
But
cartoon
every
bump
woman
on
that
my
I've-
head.
If I didn't get high the first time I smoked weed, why the fuck would I smoke weed the second time?
Because everyone else was still doing it. And no, despite all of that, like, be the anti-drug, just say no. Your friends don't accept the answer no. They'll ask you 16 fucking times, and you're like, all right, fine, whatever. Have you ever had that friend?
I had wives. Every girl that I went out with that smoked
Is
pot
this
would
your rape
always
story?
pass me the fuck. Is that what we're talking about?
Apparently so, if you said no.
That's your job to say no.
Let's get to Chad Shank
throw
right
it
away.
Hold on. Okay, hold on.
Chad Shank with the
feel-
commentary.
No.
I'm
I'll
gonna call an audible right now. I feel more disjointed at this point than I did the last time we tried to do this podcast with Casserole Kenny.
If we can get Andy Andrews to stop talking over there.
This
I
is
can
not the
run
place.
through
I
this.
don't. I'm saying
Listen,
no.
Chad Shank
You're not
has
gonna
a
get. You're not gonna
fuck-
get
not
it.
saying
You're
that.
not gonna
Listen.
get it.
No.
Chad Shank has a fucking brilliant story that we had
But I don't.
86 from a earlier podcast about bingo because I couldn't talk shit about the hospital she was in
Yep.
until she was out of the hospital. You can't go, this prison's mistreating my friend. Until,
While she's locked up.
Yeah, while she's locked up because she gets the repercussions. We will not talk about that till we get back home and talk to Bingo in person. But Chad Shank that same day also had to do this mental eval. Bingo had to go to this mental evaluation. I'll sum it up quickly, where she had a new not doctor that she had to like go over her entire case study, and she goes, well, the episodes I've had most recently, she dropped suicide at some point and fucked up, and she called me, goes, I got bad news. I'm not going to be coming back from this psych eval because I said suicide, and now I'm going to lock up.
That's what makes it dangerous, because when you're going for an evaluation where they're going to determine, based on one meeting for about an hour with you, whether or not you have what you've been diagnosed with for years, you have to walk a fine line between letting them understand how fucking disabled you are and not locking you up.
Chad has constant disability, a permanent disability.
Through the VA, yeah.
But
Through
it's
the
not
VA.
really permanent because you have to go prove it's permanent every year.
The VA is permanent now. I don't have to do anything with them anymore. So this is the whole time for the Veterans Association. But they also tax Social Security disability onto it, and I'm not going to fucking say no. So I have to go back for reviews.
And you
of
said that to me. You go, oh, I have to do the fine line. I don't want to be Bingo. I can't be honest enough that I get locked up like Bingo, but I have to be honest enough that I keep my benefits.
In the days that I was preparing for this was when that happened to Bingo. And then I was texting her, and all of a sudden we just weren't texting. She just didn't respond anymore.
Stop, yeah.
And that's not really uncommon between the two of us, but after a couple of days, then I found out what happened, and you told me that she said that. So then
you're going into the same shit.
The next day, I was going in to talk to the lady.
So you're in Sierra Vista.
Yeah,
you got close to home, and you get Shaniqua.
yeah. She was definitely not.
You don't go.
compassionate in any way. I had never seen her or heard of her.
Do you remember what her title was? Is she a psychotherapist? Is she just a therapist? Is she a fucking nurse practitioner?
I can look it up, but she's a psychotherapist, I believe.
She's got some letters.
Oh, that's right. She fucking only worked weekends. That was her night job.
And she had 7 previous jobs in the area.
She does nails. Am I wrong?
No.
She does nails 5 days a week.
No.
All right.
It's because she had really long nails.
She had nails.
You're distorting my story worse than me, and that was a
That's
horrible
the best way to
story.
get you to tell it right.
There you go.
I don't know. She was just not what I expected. She wasn't what you'd expect from a professional. When I first went in there, she just gives me a packet. She's like, fill this out. And I thought it was like you'd have to fill out at a doctor's office. You fill out a couple of pages. And after the first couple pages, then I realized that it was like a 12-page packet of a questionnaire. And it was basically an interview that she was supposed to do with me. But rather than doing the interview, she just went and locked herself back in her office and left me at a fucking folding card table to
filling out the whole fucking
Your own
12-page
interview.
And I was like, what the fuck? And some of it was really difficult to put into words.
It's not, but the reason they ask the questions is for her to interpret what her response is going to be. She's going to take notes on your response to that question. It's not question answer.
And they have stupid.
It's the equivalent of you. Hey, you lay down on this couch and tell me your feelings. I'll be in another room.
I'll flip through them here in a minute.
Yeah.
And see if there's anything I need you to clarify.
I'll listen to it on double speed.
And that's basically what happened. I went in and she just reviewed it, and I left a whole bunch of it blank because fuck you.
First of all,
filling out this shit.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Chad and I have a few habits in common, and one is finding out where you live in case I need to kill you.
Or just background.
If this is a person who's going to judge me and make a decision regarding my life in an hour, so yeah, I did fucking some searches
some
on
due
her.
diligence and found out what did she like. She only works weekends doing psychotherapy, but
Just contracted out through the government to do exactly what I'm doing, or what I did with her.
which sounds like they just have her in as a cleaner. Because she's a person that can go, fuck you, you ain't got no benefits, sugar.
She immediately, when I went in and I tried to set some sort of fucking, I don't know, starting point.
You were trying to be honest.
I was trying to set a starting point, and I just said, I'm uncomfortable with this. I don't understand the process. You know, I'm not used to going through this. You're a person that I've never laid eyes on before. You don't know anything about me, and you have to make a decision about me in an hour. Can we agree that that's, a little bit absurd?
no trust established.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is supposed to, when you have a mentally ill person who talks with a psychotherapist, there usually has to be a great amount of trust.
When you have a person walking off the street go into therapy just to talk about, I just need someone to talk to about these things, the first 2 are throwaways. That's just them and you kind of getting comfortable with each other.
Well, I don't know what their criteria are, but I mean, there's a lot of mentally ill people trying to help mentally ill people.
Yeah.
And this was a woman that acted like you asked for extras something at Popeye's fried chicken.
Oh, she was a fucking bitch from the get-go, and immediately told me, well, I don't know anything about you. All they sent me was your name. But still wouldn't come to a common agreement with, okay, then once again, isn't this kind of fucking...
She should say, the system's fucked up. All they sent me is your name. What's going on with you?
Yeah. Well, no,
She didn't even try to look you up on Facebook, though? I would Google that name. You just Google that name. Google exists.
I found her Twitter account where she had like 5 tweets in a row going, I can't figure out how to use Twitter. What? I don't trust a bitch that can't figure out Twitter to help me fucking
navigate life.
Yeah. I'm going to judge you in an hour, but I can't figure out how to tweet my friend. Fuck.
So she dog dicked you the whole time.
Well, immediately
You're
what
trying
she
to
did
explain.
was when I told her that I didn't understand how this process went and that I was just being honest, like you said, establishing something. Immediately, she was the most condescending that I have ever witnessed. She goes, well, Social Security is a program that the government has where when you work, money gets set aside. And I wanted to immediately, like, I know how fucking Social Security works, bitch.
She's reading the Wikipedia page of Social Security.
I literally could not believe that was what was happening. But I'm like, I'm 45 seconds into this. I can't blow my shit right now.
For the listener, when he says I'm like, he's actually saying it.
Yeah.
Chad Shank's not internalizing what that was external dialogue, not internal. He's like, I know what the fuck Social Security.
No, I internaled that one.
Oh, that one.
I was 45 seconds in. I had to internal it. I don't want to shoot myself in the foot immediately.
This could be part of the test.
I got to diplomat some of this.
And we'll slowly grow to where you actually shot yourself in the foot because I thought that was internalized, and you go, no, I actually said it.
Yeah. Well, that was the whole time she was just condescending. She immediately said, before just reading my packet that I half filled out, she immediately said that I didn't have what I'm diagnosed with. I'm diagnosed with borderline personality disorder and bipolar disorder too. And she says, I think maybe you just have a little bit of depression and you need to just push through the apathy.
As she's filing her nails and tweeting. Wasn't she tweeting?
No. She answered a fucking telephone call right in the middle. Oh, that's probably my next appointment. She picked up her phone with her big long fingernails and picked it up, and then it was like on speakerphone. I'm listening to a confidential conversation.
Violation.
Yeah, with her next appointment, and all I could think the whole time was that because there was a lady that canceled her next appointment, and I looked and it was like 12 o'clock. And she's like, that's my 2 o'clock. And I was like, that means nobody's even going to fucking look for you until 4. I can fucking murder you right now and put you in the dumpster. But that was also
and it'll
internalized.
get blamed on the next appointment.
That was also... You don't think I've watched Forensic Files? No.
I know how to dispose of a body.
But I was already that
first
mad.
48. I got 2 hours in the first 48.
I was already mad at that point, obviously, because it was. I've
seen you mad at nothing. So actually,
I don't take being condescended to or being disrespected. It affects me bad, and I was trying to explain that to her. I was like, I have problems right now. I have problems being in this room right now. I'm trying my best to be. I even told her, you're condescending to me. You've been condescending since we first started this, and she just kept cutting me off. And I was like, and then I'm trying to put it to her some way that she can understand it. I try to tell her about how I've punched people across the fucking counter for an $8 dispute on an auto part. Different. I'm trying to, I have impulse problems and I'm worried. And as I told her, I said, I'm afraid to be here right now. And she interrupted me and said, well, that's probably just anxiety. And I said, bitch, I'm afraid for you. And then she excused me.
This conversation's over.
Yeah. So
I'm afraid to be here right now. That's anxiety. No, I'm afraid for you.
So she's either gonna fuck me over and tell him that I'm perfectly fine and I need to push through the apathy, or she's gonna tell him that I'm a complete fucking lunatic and she was scared for her life.
She's gonna get you admitted. You better be careful.
I was afraid of.
That reminds me of a chapter in my book about Mrs. Donahue. I hope you pre-order Digging Up Mother, because pre-orders matter. So that's a long 10-minute podcast, but I'm glad we got that out. I'm glad we canned the earlier version.
Oh, did you guys?
I'm afraid for you.
Yeah, that's great. I just
that's
realized
almost as good as I'm the man that knocks.
Wow.
I just realized that people in this hotel don't know what's happening in here, and all they hear is his voice every once in a while, punctuating these phrases that he's yelling at this lady that he was evaluating him. You didn't mention that what we were going to do when we came down here was get Chad 2 tattoos, one on each arm. One was be a diplomat, and the other
Push
was
through the apathy.
Push through the apathy. Oh, good fucking memory.
Did Kyle bring his kit? Did Kyle Roos bring his kit? It could happen right now.
No, Chad's not. He's impulsive when it comes to punching someone in the face, but not tattoos.
No,
that
all
he's
my
gonna
tattoos
regret.
are basically motel room fucking guitar string.
so you are wrong,
Yeah.
Doug.
Yeah.
All right, it's tattoo time. We'll see you in another 10 minutes.
Plug their podcast one more time.
Mind Altered Podcast.
Mind Altered Podcast
Claire and Jer.
Claire and Jer.
at HD Fatty. I can't believe not every single person that downloads this is not following HD Fatty.
He's
I'm
got a
following
lot.
him.
I get new followers all the time.
At Ggreg
I just
Chaille.
followed you.
Hey, one more time. Chaille is Chaille. Because people email me, hey, Chaille, Chaille. No, Ly. No, it's Chaille. Chaillin.
Chaille.
Except for the in. All right, that's, well, fuck it. I gotta go.
I'm glad you cleared that up.
What the fuck was that?